see.
Fox. I know. Look at all them. Thanks, guys. It doesn't really start until I think like in half an hour, right, Mom? But we wanted to give time for everybody to come in, and if you guys had any questions, then we could go over them before we show Vladic's sisters live on TikTok.
I appreciate you for doing this, honey. This
Oh,
is
no,
awesome.
no
She
worries at all.
appreciates it too.
Yeah, this way she can have it all, and it doesn't just go away. Welcome, AP.
Yep,
Welcome, Far.
that's what I was
Hi, Far.
thinking.
Yeah, that way if she wants to go
It's a
back,
great way to.
it's a good way for her to come back if she
She
needs to
usually
look at
has some amazing. hmm And she usually has some really amazing advocates that join her. And over there, they call it the boxes
Oh, wow. Well,
on
that's
the
neat.
ticks of talks.
Ticks of talks.
Usually lighting the ways there, and sometimes Gabby's family will be up there with her. It just kind of
Oh,
depends on
well,
who
that's great they
all's
have each other.
over
That
yonder.
I love that.
hmm
They definitely
Yeah,
deserve
she's
each
got a
other to.
whole army behind her.
That's great. She's a strong woman. She really is.
Dude, she's a warrior.
Yeah, she is.
She
she
reminds me
is.
a lot of Miss Barb.
Oh my! Could you imagine those two together? Barb's probably in
Sure,
here.
they'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Oh Lord,
She
definitely.
was.
Mm, yeah, I'll pull this up that I have, but I guess I'll just click that little link and it'll play live. Is that how it works?
Yep. Yep. You should be able to just pull up the page,
Yeah,
and it
I have it
should
on
have a
screen now.
little red live button that'll pop up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like when she goes live, it'll have a little live button doohickey thing that'll pop
All
up
right.
below her circle.
Okay. It'll take us. It'll take it right to it. Huh? Hmm. Well, I guess I could play
hmm
a couple of her Vlad videos while we wait, so those that aren't familiar
Yeah,
can get familiar.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh my god. Shoot.
now, House's location is still unknown, but his family and investigators refuse to give up. For 2021.
Mom, I hope that volume goes up before we
I do too. I don't know why it's doing that.
I found the little thing on the video that I could go up a little bit more, but as far as my computer, it's all the way up.
Hmm.
Yeah. That one video was louder than the first, so maybe it's just a thing. I'll go back over and
Hope,
refresh too. That may help.
hopefully it's just the video.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you guys for all being here. It means a lot to me that you guys are here, and you know, Doodle's a rock star for doing this tonight. TikTok lives disappear once they stream. So when Bethany was on panel, myself and Doodle, we offered to do this so that way she has a place where she can always refer back to these. In the future, we discussed me taking over the not taking over, but being able to log into the Find Vladik YouTube channel and stream these to that channel so we keep them all organized in one place for her as well. But for tonight, we thought we would do this, and that way she has a place to refer back to these. And it's a good thing for us as advocates to try to bring these lives to this side of the platforms because, like I said, she usually has some really good information and amazing guests that go on there. So thank you guys all for being here. It means a lot.
Yeah, and if any of you don't have TikTok, then at least you'll be able to hear about Vladik on YouTube. So please share. Please. He deserves to come home. He needs to come home. Really.
Yes.
His family deserves him to come home.
Yes, they do. They're amazing people.
Even a phone call, just saying
And
he's okay would do, I'm sure. Just anything like that.
exactly. Just letting them know that he's okay is all they want. He is an adult, and as many of us know, or if you've ever discussed a case with law enforcement, they have the right to go missing, but this is out of character for him, and they just want to know he's okay.
How long has he been gone,
Yes,
Avery?
Avery, he's
Oh, okay.
2021,
Oh.
November of 2021.
The slide really throws me off. That really worries me. But I'm sure he could hold his own. I mean, he's a Marine. So it just makes me have so many questions.
Right. Yeah, the
I mean,
slide
we don't know
worries
for
me
sure.
too.
Well, it could be. I tried to look at both sides and I thought, well, you know what? What happens when your slide breaks? You're not just going to run around with one, you know? So then maybe one
Right.
broke and he's like got mad because how many times have we gotten mad and thrown something or, you just never know.
Especially flip flops with the little
Oh, God,
toe
yes.
tear upper thing. Oh
Yeah.
Lord,
Yeah.
those are
You're walking
those are
through the
going
store with
straight in the trash.
your toes pinching it, hoping you can hold it together to get up there to pay and get out to your
Right.
car.
Right, doing the tiny shuffle, trying to make it there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There he is. A better close up picture, him and her. That smile. He has
That
such a kind face.
hmm That's an amazing picture. It's one of my
It is.
favorites.
Yeah, that's the one I chose. I was like, you know what? That's good. That's real good.
I
And the
love that
heart of his
picture.
family, the heart in her. I mean, it's like, wow. She's not going to ever give up. You're right. She is like Vaughan.
No, she will never give up. I swear to you, that woman she's constantly on the go. She's planning a wedding, works full time, and never stops advocating
Oh,
for Vladik or arranging events or doing these TikToks. She does these every Tuesday night. And that's the platform that she started on, and much like us, I go over to TikTok. I was lost. Like I
yeah,
learned
I'm lost.
TikTok for Bethany
Oh,
because the first time I went up and got in a box, I just sat on mute. I didn't have a clue what to do. I thought, well, if I touch buttons, I'm going to break something. So I just went, just sat there,
Yeah, that's how I would be
you
too.
know.
I would be lost over there.
No, I get it, Avery. I mix cases too
Oh, I messed up
and
on the Lisa
names.
video. Yeah, Sarah caught me. She's like, "That's not Springfield, Missouri. That's Kansas City, Missouri." I'm like, "Well, the next one's Springfield if it helps." But I tried to correct it. They all, I
Oh,
mean, the
no.
towns intertwine. It's like you know where they're at.
Right. Right.
And I knew Kansas City. I knew it when I typed Springfield. I guess I was just putting the two together because the next one is a baby too. So, the baby ones
Oh,
are so hard. I know
those are heavy. Those are so heavy.
they
You
are, but
find yourself like, mm,
I think that's a lot of the reason they don't get a lot of coverage though is because they are so heavy and no one ever wants to think about a missing baby, but at the same time there is a missing baby. So we have to get it out there
mm-hmm.
no matter how heavy it is. And that one was a little bit I kind of wanted to pick that one because that's another one that things aren't always as it seems. Everyone attacked this mother because she had drank wine and went to bed, but she never lied about drinking the wine. She did lie a little bit about how much she had had, but who wouldn't, when you're freaked out in a 12-hour interrogation and they have absolutely
Right.
nothing pointing at her at all, but they have destroyed her until she came out and said, "Destroy me all you want, just find my kid." And then it stopped.
12 hours. I wouldn't even be able to think straight after
I couldn't
being
sit
interrogated for 12 hours.
Yeah, sitting there. You have to sit there. I mean, yeah, they're gonna bring you water, soda, whatever, but you just lost your child. It's not like you can eat or drink anything. You're a nervous wreck. Why? And you get mad. I would. Why are you questioning
Hmm.
me for 12 hours? You could be out looking for my daughter in those 12 hours. You could find her by now. So I get it.
Right.
I do.
Mm. Baby
Yeah,
cases are really hard, aren't it?
they are. They are hard, very. But like I said, I mean, if none of us could do them because they were so heavy, how would we get them out there? But yeah, they are heavy.
Hmm. Exactly.
They just make you fight harder. You just go harder. Yeah, I can see chat, Chris.
It's like,
Chris says maybe you were thinking about Springfield's famous cashew chicken. Maybe. I do
oh,
like cashew
Lord.
chicken.
Have you ever been to Lambert's?
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't know what they
Dude,
throw rolls at you. I was like, hey,
yes.
I
I
didn't
was
know.
homesick the other night and I thought about Lambert's. I meant to ask you the other night, but it was like early in the morning. I didn't want to text you. I forgot.
Yeah, I went down there because they had John Conley at the building next to Lambert. So we had went to a concert to see John Conley. We went over there and he didn't even tell me that they were going to throw rolls at me. So I was just like, "Whoa, what the hell is this place?" I almost chugged it back. He's like, "Don't throw it back." It would have been comical if I would have. A night to remember, knock
Chunking
the
rolls
waitress
back at
out.
them.
Knock the waitress out with her rolls. And what the hell did you throw this at me? Can't take me off the farm, I swear. Somebody throws something at me, I throw it back. What's the problem?
Right?
And then I
Be
tasted them
throwing
with their
stuff at
butter, and I was
me.
like, damn, why'd they throw these? I'd keep them all in that basket and run out of here. Their butter was good. Now I get it.
I haven't been since I was a youngin'.
I'd only been once, and that's been, oh God, 10 years ago, probably or more. But you go to Lambert's and listen to some John Conley. I mean, what else could you want in your life, right?
Right. Chris, I don't have any idea how far I am from Foley, Alabama. I can tell you it takes me about 5.5 hours to get to that side of Florida. I live in Orlando.
So has he been seen on any kind of camera since that night? Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, there's
There's
cameras
been
right here.
tips, but they
Maybe
don't lead to anything.
did the camera spot which way he went at least?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's
If
there's the
you're at
slide.
Foxtail,
Yeah.
he headed, I mean, I don't know which direct. I'm not from here, but it's University Boulevard, so I would consider it northbound. Maybe not north, but he headed northbound from Foxtail, and he was headed towards the Wawa.
So in
Now there
that
was a
wooded area
trail.
with the slide, that's where they found that was on that trail?
The trail between the apartment complex and Foxtail
Oh,
is
wow,
where they
that close
found the
to the
slide
apartment.
at the trailhead. Hmm.
Okay. Well, at least if it's close to the apartment, like I said, maybe one broke and he's like, "Okay, forget it," and threw them.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to stay positive.
I am too. I do too. I try to stay positive, and that's what I keep circling back to his case, or if there's an event or something, as long if it's here local, I'm there. Like Bethany knows, all she has to do is text me, and I'm there. Um, Send flyers out, share flyers, hang on, leave cards anywhere I can leave a card. If it's not somewhere I can stick a flyer up, I keep a stack of cards in my wallet, and I stick those all over the place. Don't threaten me with a good time and have a mirror or a soap dispenser or one of those, out like in the meat, how they got the little framed sign that
Yeah.
says,
Yep.
2 for $19. I'd be sticking them down in the corners.
Oh, hey, that's a great idea.
Shoot,
Hmm.
yeah.
You may
Give me a
even be
little
able to talk
corner.
to cashiers about, "Hey, would you mind passing these out to a few customers a day?" I mean, they may.
Oh, I
You
didn't think
never
about
know.
that. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I mean, you never know. I have cashiers down here at Save a Lot passing out flyers for me. It doesn't hurt them. I
That's
still buy them,
awesome.
so, they could just hand them out. Put them in the grocery bag when you're loading up groceries, somebody sees it. I even put
Hmm.
them in, like I know this sounds bad, but at school, like, Halloween parties, Valentine parties, so I will fold up a flyer and put it in the bag with the candy because, the parents go through all that stuff, and
Oh,
so they
yeah.
see it. So they see it. They see the face anyway.
Oh, that's
Even
a
if they
great
pitch the
idea.
flyer even if they pitch that flyer, they saw that face.
Hmm. That's an amazing idea.
And children have wonderful memories. So if they see the face, they're going to know, hey, wait a minute, that's that missing guy. Really, kids have
Hmm.
great memories. But I
And he's
kind of
very
have to work.
friendly, so he would walk right up to you and start talking. He very
Oh,
friendly guy. Loved to talk. Never met a stranger.
see, that worries me a little. But, you know, mm.
Turn my camera so I can show everybody what I'm talking about here. So these are the cards. They're business card shaped, and I have flyers too. But these things, I distribute these everywhere. Anywhere I see a good spot, I'm sticking one. She's got some newer printed versions of them. It's in my wallet, or I'd show you guys that one. Oh no, it's right here.
And I love how she did the helping the homeless with things that they need in his
Hmm.
honor. I mean, that is amazing. Honestly, that's great. I don't know if I have anybody that would fight for me that hard. That's amazing of her.
Yeah, it
God
was
love
the
her.
warm up bless event, and the unhoused and the homeless, like that was a passion of his, like a true passion, was helping other people, and so it was phenomenal. Not only a handful of us showed up in person, but the outreach from the community that went on to the Amazon wish list and ordered backpacks and sleeping bags and
Oh my
um,
goodness,
you
that's
know
great.
care kits, and it was amazing. It was absolute amazing turnout. And we discussed doing and this is another reason, like the last TikTok live that she did, or the one before last, we were talking about a summertime event, and the chat is just amazing over there. And we were all throwing in ideas like flip flops and water bottles, and because it's Florida, so we were thinking like different things that would be summer themed kind of things that we can
Sure.
that we can put on the Amazon wish list, or I can gather and take up there, which is what we did. We took some gently used stuff that we don't wear anymore, and then my in-laws donated some stuff that they don't wear anymore. And I got water bottles and some hygiene stuff, and then hand sanitizer, because
Oh
hand
yeah.
sanitizer is good for washing your hands and not promoting
Nuts.
any kind of fire, but you can use it if you're hard
Uh-huh.
up for something to start a fire with and you don't have
Or
one of
even
those
a
little.
sore. It'll disinfect the sore. It'll
Hmm.
burn, but if you have to and you have a bad cut, there you go. It works.
And let me tell you, down here we have no shortage of ants or fire ants. And
Oh
if you're
man.
living in a tent,
Oh.
oh, those suckers they'll tear you up.
So do you think that maybe he's helping the homeless? Like he could be. Maybe he's with the homeless camps and maybe he's helping them and he's just helping them survive. That would be amazing. If he has a heart like that, I could see him doing that.
It's very possible. It's like Vern. A few weeks ago, we went and met Vern at Foxtail Coffee. It was bittersweet. It's the first time I've ever actually brought myself to go inside. Like I've been in the parking lot. I filmed in the parking lot.
It had to
When
be
the day
hard.
that we went for the vigil, you know what I mean. We met
Yeah.
some other advocates and Gabby's mom and stepdad and her sisters. At the barbecue place right there beside Foxtail, and you know, I just couldn't bring myself to go down there. And then Vern, when he got here to Orlando, we went over there, and that's what he's focusing on, is going into the homeless camps, or handing flyers out to the homeless communities and high areas where they hang out and places like that, because you never know if he is. I mean, he talked about going off grid, so it's very possible
Yeah.
that he decided just that's what he was going to do.
Maybe, and maybe he's helping others, like even teaching them better, different ways to survive. You never know. I mean, that would be great. If,
Hmm.
if that's it, that's the best case scenario. If somebody could just get him a phone to call his sister just one time, I'm sure it would just make everything in her life, everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they want. I mean, that's all they want. And the mom, dad, all the sisters, the three girls that were you guys seen in the footage sitting on the couch. In the middle was Bethany. Joe was on my left, and then Irina was on your guys' left. And that's a big family. It is a big family. Like when we had the vigil at UCF, it was a phenomenal turnout. Like
The
just a
dad, that
great
just broke
turnout of
my
people.
heart.
Like,
That broke my heart watching him. The dad, oh my goodness, oh, you can just tell they're genuine people. I mean, they talk from
hmm
their heart, and I love that. I do.
they're amazing. They're amazing. I'm honored to be a part and to know them.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So how many siblings altogether do they have?
Oh, girl, if you hadn't asked me,
But they have a bunch,
I
huh?
think
That's
there's
good.
4 girls. Yeah, I think there's 4 girls, and with Vlad, there's 2 boys. But y'all don't hold me to that,
Oh, so he
because
so he
not
had to
everybody
have
lives
siblings,
here in Florida.
right? Oh, and I'm sure they checked with other family that he didn't go there.
Hmm.
Dang.
Yeah,
Oh, his little smile, I'm telling you.
she should be.
I don't see that little red
I'll
dot
check
yet.
in her. Yeah, I don't see it either. It still says live event, so it might take her a minute to. Not trying to open too much stuff here as my stuff goes all crazy. Registration. She's not live yet. I'll watch it on my phone too. It should be a little red button thing that pops up there.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Really, we do.
Let's see. It says upcoming, but it doesn't show her as live yet.
She may just be getting everybody together. You know how we have difficulties. I mean, they could be too.
Mm-hmm.
I am worried about the audio though.
Yeah,
I
good
hope
look.
it's louder.
I do too. The other night, I'm trying to. For the past 2 nights, I've had to switch computers midstream.
Oh man, that would throw me off so bad. I wouldn't be able to finish. I'd just be like, okay, forget it. My anxiety would be through the roof.
I just look up and all of a sudden I'm not on panel anymore, and I'm like, well, Amber,
You're on your
hold
own.
on the fort while I try to figure my way in. Okay, she's live.
She is live.
Might
Okay, let me see if I can
refresh.
click on it.
Yep. I'm gonna mute on this side. She sent me a box request.
Okay, all right.
They did a really good job. I'm about halfway through the episode, but so far they did phenomenal. Joining a box, really advocating for my brother, 21. Also an amazing advocate for Vlad. Let me see if I can find the picture here of him rocking his shirt. Where is it? Here we go. There he is.
Oh, I love that. The head tilt and everything. Just so cute.
He is the best boy wearing his Vlad shirt.
Do you know how old he is?
I adopted him in 2015, and I was told he was 2.
Okay.
So he should be turning 12. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Right around there.
So he still acts like a youngin'.
Yeah, and he looks very young.
Yes, he's gonna live You better, or
Rigsby, when you got him, or did you name him?
he
Mm-mm.
needs something a little bit more unique.
Mm-hmm. He's got such soulful little eyes.
That was Jim Schmidt.
Ah,
Took that one.
got it.
Let's see if I can find the one of Rigsby and Vladik on the couch. Chillin'. Talks amongst your shales. I'll be back.
All right, Mikey. I'm over here freaking out like, touching every button I can. Thank you guys for all your patience. I know I have so many difficulties, but I'll figure this out. One day I will figure all these little buttons out. It's fixed now, Kimber. I think they're taking a little break for just a second and they'll be right back.
Why you got to where you are now. He loves to have the story behind the person. And we really truly think that there are people in America who've had these what I call Vladik experiences, and they don't realize that Vladik with Rigsby, that is so cute. It does not show Vladik's blonde hair. Yeah, that's adorable. That's so sweet. You know, even and to snuggle with him on the couch. I heard that they had a good relationship, so we can't wait till we can bring Vladik home, and Rigsby will be so excited, as well as his gigantic family who have been working for the last 3 years to try and find what happened to Vladik after the important video. And the important video is on our page in the 3 pin TikToks. So that important video can't be shown on a live, but it can be shown in our videos. So if you haven't watched those 3 pin TikToks, you get the idea of what kind of happened right before Vladik went missing. And it's really important that you've watched that video before, you ask any questions, because a lot of the questions are in there, and we love questions, but a lot of them can be answered in the videos. And to become a part of Team Vladik, we would love for you to know the ins and outs of Vladik's story. So watch those videos. give us a follow. And if you do have questions, we take good, nice, kind, respectful questions. Anything that you're wondering that wasn't in the videos, that's totally fine to ask. So if you have a question, let us know. Thank you, ArcticFox. Oh, that was so dyslexic. ArcticFox True Crime for becoming a member of our team.
Thank you. Thank you for those gifts as well. And Timmy, is that Melissa from Moms and Mysteries for that Timmy account? Or is that a different Timmy account? I always get confused. Melissa, is that you? Hi. Okay.
Who's Timmy?
It is her son's account.
Got it.
From Moms and Mysteries.
The other Melissa?
Other Melissa.
Yeah. So many Melissa.
Oh, Rigsby found his squeaky toy again. Hi, dude.
No one's name is Timmy.
No one's name is Timmy. That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
I'm trying to send you an invite to join a box, but it doesn't show you on the... Wait, what's this? Where'd it go? Yeah, it doesn't show you as an option. So if anyone wants to send her an invite, feel free. Rigsby, do you want a box? Yeah. Do you want a turn to say something?
Oh,
that teddy bear. That's so sweet.
Wow.
Really
Thank
cool.
you.
Riggs. They say hi. They say hi. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Rigsby.
I love that boy. Yeah.
So the 11 of you who are in here, can you just put in the chat the state you're watching from? Even if you've put it a dozen times before, it's just a good way to keep the comments going.
Arkansas, nice. Tennessee, Wisconsin.
Still.
We're tuning in from Florida, Oregon, Orlando, Florida. Oh, Jody's in the comments.
Thank you, Jody.
Please share out the live, guys. Invite your friends. Eyes on Vlad's flyer is greatly appreciated. And then I also have Arena and Jody here as well, listening in.
If you guys know anyone in the true crime community here on the TikTok or any of the platforms we have listed in our BIO, and you think they'd be interested in covering Vladic's case, please let them know. Give them a share or send them a message, and then message us here at Find Vladic. And we would love to get together. Bethany's been busy for the last year or so. Doing podcasts and interviews, and we're so proud of her because she has got it down. And oh God, I forgot the name of the girl that did the document with you.
Haley,
yes, it was in my brain. It just wouldn't come out. Yeah, so if you do want to do a story on Vladic, they have a document with the timeline and everything. And is that also in our BIO?
yes, it's
awesome.
LANK.
So
Yes.
just look in our BIO for the LANK, and
yes, we love Haley. She's the best.
yes, she's a great help, and we're so lucky. I feel like I'm, I do too, but I was a wrestling and a basketball cheerleader. We did a lot of spelling, so I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I never know what the rule really is anymore. Like,
no,
I have people who don't spell it, but I don't know. I'm so used to saying it like that now that it's just what I say.
Where is that? Maybe in the chat, like.
Uh-oh. Mom, can you hear me? It says you have to log in for the full live.
Honey barbecue is better according to Fletcher.
Mom, can you hear me? It says you have to log in for us to watch it. Sorry, guys. This is a train wreck. I am so sorry.
He himself was in the Marines, and he moved around a little bit, but he ended up living in Florida. And that's where he ended up in Orlando, Florida. So that is sort of, you know, the story, and you can get the whole thing by watching the pinned videos. But he just had this huge admiration for people in service. And so he would go up to service members or cops and say, thank you for your service. And the police officer who took the missing persons report had actually met Vladik before that day, because Vladik had thanked him for his service and his partner. So he knew who Vladik was. And these are such, like, they're specific situations that people remember. People remember if they've had that specific interaction with Vladik. So that is why we tell these stories, because we're hoping that that will jog someone's memory. Like, oh yeah, that did happen to me, or my
I sent you.
Vladik really liked basketball. What are the other things that
Really like to do?
Helping the homeless community.
Helping the homeless. He really liked playing video games. Had a PS4.
Watching
Mhm.
scary movies.
And watching scary movies. Did he have a favorite?
Not that I know of.
I like scary movies too. Not as much as
I
I
blanket to hide behind. There was one time I watched a scary movie on my laptop with a friend. We were sitting on the couch, and this scary point happened, and I threw the laptop across the room.
Oh boy. Did it live?
It did live. They were built tough back then, man.
Nice. For some reason, I can't send Steve Blair an invite.
I sent him an invite.
Okay.
Welcome, Steve Blair.
TikTok be glitching. Why can I? It's so weird.
Tricky.
Yeah, I don't know.
For the heart me. Uh-oh. We found the speaker again.
Uh-oh. You should put that away.
He keeps finding it. Give me that. Sorry, bud.
Oh my goodness.
ArcticFox. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so kind. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it, guys. Those that are tuning in, if you can jot in the comments, how long have you been following Vlad's case? When did you first hear about Vlad's case? Feel free to write in the comments to keep the comments rolling. It just helps TikTok kind of boost live a little bit more so more eyes can see it as well. All of that is greatly appreciated. For sharing it
Not here. She found you.
to Night Owl Reconnaissance, a missing persons advocate agents nonprofit. They're the ones that really started showing us like how to go about things. So I'm very grateful for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mel says whenever Light the Way started working with us is when she heard about Vlad's case. That's awesome. I got to meet Mel in July with her. She's the bestest. See you here again shortly for Advocacy Con. It is very contagious. Boy.
Thank you guys for getting us all the way up to 9.5K likes. I'm sure we could easily get to 10.
That's awesome. Let's see, what else? What is the topic of discussion? If everyone wants to write their favorite movie in the comments, feel free. I made Tristan watch my favorite movie this weekend. Any guesses on what it is?
No.
I don't know if it's, It's Ever After, chick flick.
Oh, I do like that movie.
He actually liked it, so I guess he's a keeper. Oh, we hit 10,000 likes. That's awesome, guys. This is how to reach me. Thank you so much, ArcticFox. That's amazing. Yeah, I'd love that. Any suggestions or ideas that you have, feel free to send my way as well. Vlad's name out there. I heard that a couple weeks ago. Such a good Labyrinth. It's an old movie. Nice. If anyone wants to post flyers in your hometown, any version that's pretty easy to put up. It's about that you can just post them on gas, laundry, and everywhere. Just help, to advocate for them because Vlad could be anywhere in the country. Oh, that's awesome. ArcticFox is posting Vlad's cards at car shows. That is such a great idea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, people travel for those too. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if anyone wants to pass out flyers in their area, there's nowhere in America that we don't want posters about Vlad. So we have, again, in our our BIO, there's an LINK, and you can print out your own Vladic posters, and you can put them wherever you can post posters. So coffee shops, laundromats, bus stops, bus stations. I had a friend do the rest stops on their trip. So every rest stop that they went by, they put a missing poster in that rest stop.
No, I asked her if she would let Riggs be outside. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's I just talked to her today, so oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know if you can see her or not.
Oh no.
The headless dog.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Puppy. What's that? that dog's name?
This is JC,
Oh my god.
Jody's pupper.
How old is it?
She is gonna be 11.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. It's so tiny.
Itty bitty.
It shouldn't be tiny. My cat only weighs 6 pounds, so I guess it's not as tiny.
I guess your cat probably weighs more than her then.
Oh, really?
She's 5.8 pounds.
Oh. Yep. oh, Dee, thank you so much for sending me a rose. Dee is a friend of mine. She must have come in because I shared it out. Or she saw me.
Avatar, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian, for the follow. Mel said, I'll be depositing them at airports on my way to Indy. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Mel. And then
Hi, Dee Dee.
Fox asked if we have any billboards up currently. We do not. We don't have any billboards going right now. I would love to. But just
Billboards are expensive.
Let me see. Did I miss anything else? Awesome. Do. Yeah. Lamar had donated. Oh, yeah. Reach out to Lamar, and they often, yeah. Lamar had donated billboards at the beginning of the search, and then, which was incredible. They had 2 billboards in Orlando, and then they did like 9 billboards along I-4 going from Orlando to Tampa. Incredible. We had reached out to them a few times over the past couple of years to see if they could donate billboards again, and just didn't get anywhere with it, unfortunately. If other people want to also reach out and ask, maybe the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't know. But anything is greatly appreciated.
I'm doing fairly well, DD, but right now I am advocating for Vlada Castle. He's been missing out of East Orlando, Florida since November of 2021. This is his sister, Bethany, and their family have been using social media basically since the beginning, the day he went missing or the day they realized he was missing. Bethany has been spearheading this search on social media. And I've only been with Bethany for about 1.5 years, but she has been from the beginning posting online and different on different platforms. And if you want to check out any of our other platforms, go to our page, check our BIO. There are LANKs to all of the different platforms that you could find him on.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Bethany is like the greatest big sister ever.
No. Not even close.
Well, you're a pretty good big sister because you have been doing this for a long time, and none of us are giving up. So we are all inspired by how hard you work and all the things you do. And because I know you, and I know that being the center of anyone's attention is not really something that you're huge on. You've learned so well how to, speak in front of people, and all the podcasts you've done. You've grown so much in the 3 years, and your hard work deserves the most amazing payout. And what we want is to find Vladik and bring him home, or get him help, or just know that he is okay. And that's where people watching, listening to us right now can come in. If you would share our live, share our page to your friends, we talked about printing out posters and posting them basically anywhere you can in any town in America. We believe that Vladik is somewhere in a small town in America. We know that he did not leave the country because he did not have a valid
Irina says
passport.
goodnight.
Good night, Irina. Vladik did not have a valid passport, and if he were to apply for one, it would be flagged because he is reported as a missing person. So that is not possible for him to leave. And
ArcticFox asked Mind of Monsters. We should think about putting some blip billboards up for Vlad. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I did do blip billboards a little bit too.
can you explain what that is?
So blip is, they have different billboard companies, and it's pretty much a way to pay for the billboard. So let's say you put $50 on your account and you put what time frames you want the billboard to show. So if you pick a time frame that's not very popular, like let's say, I don't know, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., it might show more often during that time. But if you pick a time frame that is quite popular, let's say like the lunch hour or 6 o'clock rush, it might only show like once or twice for your money. So it kind of depends on need versus. So it's a cheap way to get the billboard seen. So I did that a couple times, and that really worked really well. There were some billboards pretty close to where Vlad used to live. So yeah, that would be amazing if we could do blip again.
So that's just the billboard that goes through several different pictures or something.
That's digital billboards, and they flash different blips. That's why they're called blip billboards. But they're great because you can set what times you want them to blip, and you can set a budget for how much you want to spend per day on the billboards and everything. So it's very budget friendly. And so, yeah, it's important to set those at the right times when you know, like I would set them for around noon when you know there's going to be a lot of lunch traffic and everything going on.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
So I live in a smaller town in Wisconsin, and we literally have one of those. So that's why I was just making sure that I knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such, like you said, a cost-effective way. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, ArcticFox, but that is such a cost-effective way to have a billboard.
Yes.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Anything you donate as far as gifting and subscriptions, you now can have subscriptions because the app is back. So any of that money goes directly back into promoting the lives. And anything Bethany were to do with that money is directly going to the page and to Vladik's, searching for Vladik.
Thank you guys. Excuse me.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Wow. Thank you, Big Bob.
I've never seen that one.
That's so cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh,
You, honey.
oh my goodness, sorry y'all.
Yeah.
I don't want to let go.
Yeah, when my last summer, I swear he coughed all the way into like winter, basically. And
Yeah, like
it
COVID
was
is long done with, but like this darn cough, I can't.
Yep.
Won't go away.
Hot tea with lemon. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yep, we are.
Anybody have any questions about Vlad's case? Mind of Monster says from the YT side, Love a Little wants to know if you would do like a bonfire or something to sell Find Glad shirts. What's a bonfire?
You know what a bonfire is?
Well, like,
It's
is
just
it like
big
a
fire.
yeah, but like
Yeah,
is
it's
that a
like
platform? And they are happy to help.
T-shirt company that you sell your T-shirts through, and you can have it directed to like channels that have bonfire shops. They can direct those funds directly to like the Aware Foundation and NICMIC and agencies like that.
I did
But you
not
can
know
also
that.
take that money and you can use it to fund like the billboards or whatever. So
Yeah, that would be amazing. I have purchased quite a few extra t-shirts, so I have a box of t-shirts right now that I just got from Vistaprint. So I've just been kind of mailing them out on my own to anyone that wanted a shirt. But yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I would love to chat with you about that for C2C. I've bought many t-shirts through Bonfire. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a much easier way to streamline it than buying all these shirts on Vistaprint. it's up there.
And like Bethany said, like she's paying for these things out of her own pockets. You know, she has the t-shirts printed and she has had bracelets, and we did have some very kind group of people make some fine Vladic bracelets. And they are really pretty. And but we have like the rubber bracelets, we have those. She's had cards and posters printed. That is the t-shirt.
There is one side. Let me find the other side. That's the back.
And that QR code takes them to
the website and the Facebook page.
Yeah.
For those.
It's always good to get new people in with new ideas, because sometimes we sit and just rack our brains about what we can do next to, you know, have an event or have something that would bring the public eye to Vladic's case. And, you know, sometimes there's just not enough ideas. So it's always good when someone new comes in and they have an idea. We are always looking for new team members, so give us a follow and let us know. Bethany, how long was your promotion for?
An hour. It's still going right now.
Okay.
Rosie's back. The bracelets. Let me see if I can find a picture of the bracelets. Do. Talks amongst your shields. I'll be back.
some good helping friends that I can't remember which ones. I think, was it Haley Gray that did that?
Yeah, volunteers.
Okay, yeah. She and a bunch of people got together and made Vladik bracelets. Those are so beautiful, and I have one of those. And
let's see here.
I think whatever you said got filtered.
What were you saying, ArcticFox?
But Dee Dee, he is missing out of Orlando, Florida.
I said that y'all should put on a car show. You could charge a $25 entry fee. That would raise a lot of money towards trying to get blip billboards or whatever you wanted to use it for. Plus, people drive from all over to those car shows. You would raise so much awareness with doing a car show like that.
Yeah, I'd be open to it. I've never been to many car shows, but if someone wants to tag team it with me with planning, and I'm open for anything, honestly.
Yeah, all you gotta do is find a business or something that's willing to let you use their lot for the car show and everything, if they're willing to do that, and then you just heavily promote it on Facebook and TikTok and all over social media, and if enough people show up, I enter my Mustang in a lot of car shows, and what I've started doing when I go to them is I hand Vlad's cards out, obviously, but I enter my Mustang in a lot of car shows, and what I've started doing when I go to them is I hand Vlad's cards out, obviously, but all over the board.
That's a great idea.
That might be something to look into doing next summer. Of course, you are having a wedding this year. I'm not forgetting, but then I was like, oh wait, that's right. She is planning a wedding.
Well, Team Vladik is very large, so
True.
if everyone wants to help me plan a car show while I plan a wedding, feel free. That would be amazing.
I could help you plan a wedding while someone else planned a car show, because I've done 5 weddings, so only one of my own. That sounded bad. Yeah, that's something we've never thought of. But, but it's true.
Idea.
They travel from everywhere to do that.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
It would. Then how do you get prizes, though? Like, who wins what? How does that work?
Generally, when I've set them up, what I do is I give a prize for first, second, and third place in the show, and then there's one for best show. And a lot of businesses will donate stuff like gift certificates and stuff to hand out as like door prizes where you sell the raffle tickets and stuff. I mean, you gotta reach out to your local community, but a lot of them would be willing to help with that type of thing.
That's such a great idea.
That's true. So I've done that, but for pageants. So I know that sounds crazy, but I have done that. That's a lot of times how I paid for my pageant fee. Was I went around to local businesses and then I mentioned them in my spotlight. So it just said that they helped me out, and then people got free publicity because they helped pay for my pageant space. Yeah.
Get in contact with your local parks too, because a lot of times they'll have areas where you can set up for a car show, and then see if you can get some of the local food trucks and stuff to come out and sell food there as a way to promote their business, and that way they're making some money too.
This is amazing. I love all of this. And Christy lives locally to me, so maybe we can tag team and see what we can get together. She said her father-in-law is on the board with the Mustang car group. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is amazing.
Like I said, sometimes we just need a new person to come in and we get ideas from them. It's so amazing when someone just comes in, because I've never thought of doing a car show. Like what? But if it's car shows are your thing, then yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So if you're new here, we are advocating for Brian Vladeck Hassel. He's been missing out of East Orlando, Florida since November of 2021. And we come on here on Tuesday evenings, every Tuesday evening, usually. And we talk about Vladeck, we talk about anything that has come up as far as tips or the case. And Bethany tells us all of the amazing show podcast she's been doing or interviews. So if you want to get that information from us, make sure you give us a follow. Join us. It's usually around Tuesday night, around 9 Eastern time. And we'd love to have you at any point. Hello, Miss Amber. Thank you so much for that heart puff. Oh, 5 heart puffs. Thank you.
Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Dee Dee. Usually we keep those boxes silent, but I'll say hi to you.
What?
Can you mute your mic? It's nice to say hi to you, but we can't chit chat on this platform. Okay. Thank you. Hello from Colorado.
Thank you so much for those gifts, guys. Thank you, ArcticFox.
Yeah, I wonder who else we can. I mean, you've got quite a few local helpers, don't you, Bethany?
Yeah, I've got Melissa from Moms and Mysteries and Mind of Monsters as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Christine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I could do from here, but if you could think of something, I would do it. So
I just had another idea. If y'all do the car show and stuff, a way to promote it to like families that have kids would be if you can go to your local police station and see hand those out to parents whenever they come into the car show and everything too.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good. And then Dee Dee, he went missing when we were out of town, so it's hard to really say like who all he was hanging out with while we were gone. Last time he's seen on camera, he was by himself at a coffee shop, and then just kind of tracing his steps from there as well. Appreciate you being here.
like I always say, it's super important to watch those pinned videos that we have. It's done by News Nation. It's done very well, and it shows some important video that we can't show on lives, but we can show on our page. So that tells us, that tells you everything. And as far as we know, the last time we saw him, he was alone.
Yeah. And I missed ArcticFox text about t-shirt and bracelet. Yeah, I'd love to send you a shirt and bracelet. Feel free to send me a message and I can get t-shirt and bracelet. Yeah, I'd love to send me a message. For those that are tuning in, we are advocating for my brother, Brian Vladeck Hassel. He has been missing out of Orlando, Florida since November of 2021. There's been no leads, no sightings since he went missing. Vladeck is known to start up conversations with strangers, so I do believe no sightings since he went missing. Probably just don't realize that he is considered a missing person. So I am reaching out to each of you to ask for your help to share his flyer, share his story on all social media platforms to help get his face out there so we can reach someone that will remember him and finally get a tip. It's been the most frustrating and heartbreaking thing because there's a million possibilities of what could have happened, but we are still pretty much on day one where everything is still on the table. We can't rule anything out. But through your help with getting his face out there, we can reach someone that might know something and do the right thing and to learn about my brother's case and follow the accounts. There is a link at the top of the TikTok page. And if you click on that, it has everything about Vlad's case. It has podcast episodes, it has news stations that covered his story, it has a detailed timeline, it has different social media pages. Anything and everything about Vlad's case is on there. If you would like to learn more about Vlad's case, I really encourage you to check that out as well.
I've also been working on a few flyers on a designing app called Canva, and I'll
Yeah.
eventually get you them.
Yeah, that's amazing. I really appreciate that, just me.
Yep.
Yeah, if you
I'm
can-
Carman, by the way.
Carmen, you said?
Yeah, I had to change my name for certain
Oh.
reasons, and my
No worries.
account keeps getting
Carman,
banned,
did
so-
you lose a bet? That's no fair. I wondered who that was. Rosie said hi to you earlier, and I'm like, who
You
is
knew
just
it was
me? What is
someone we know if I let him in a box.
what?
I said it had to be someone we knew
Well,
if I
yeah,
let him
no,
in a
I
box.
figured you knew him, but he did not speak. So then when he spoke, I was like, I know who that is, but yeah, just me means nothing to me. Not anymore, but it did.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you, Rosie.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's amazing that you've taken time to create those. I really appreciate it. Feel free to send them my way if you don't mind. I would love to look them over before posting, just to see if there's any tweaks, anything like that. I really appreciate it.
What did Brandy misprint that one time? I'm bringing it up because she's not here. I would never bring it up if she was here. She misprinted something once and she was like flipping out during the live. Do you remember that? She was so upset.
It was so small.
It was.
Fine.
It was just like a misspelling or something. I can't
Yeah,
remember
I think
exactly.
it was like for Orange County.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. Learn autocorrect. You know how it goes.
It was great. I mean, it was horrible. I felt so bad for her.
It happens.
Yeah, and that's why we
And I
need a
miss it
team,
too.
like it's amazing. Brandy makes us beautiful flyers and posters and things, and we're always looking for people with talent. So it's great, and I can make fun of her because we know each other. So
Yeah, and Mind of Monsters does some amazing flyers too. I mean, she's on top of it every time I need a flyer because my only talent, unfortunately, is running my mouth. So aside from
it's
that,
me.
I can't do flyers. I can barely do thumbnails for my YouTube videos. So I mean, and I've been doing this for 4 years now. So
We all have our strengths. It's all good.
Rosie's seen a few things that I've created on Canva. It's actually pretty easy. You just select the template and then you tell a few things to do, and then you just select your own things. It's really easy.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate it. And then Christy from Mind of Monsters said from the I almost said it. YT page, because it's also streaming. Our live is also streaming on YT right now on the Mind of Monsters page, and the followers there are tuning in as well. Very grateful to have them join in with us on a sister channel. Timmy's Legacy said, I can hear now. Prayers for you and your brother. Thank you so much, Timmy's Legacy. I really appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much for those gifts. Let me see here. From the YT page, Lioness. I'm sending lots of love and big hugs. Thank you so much, Lioness. Let me see. From the YT page, Doodlebug. Doodlebug's here. Hey, Doodlebug. Bethany, we love you. And please know you are never alone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Doodlebug is streaming. Well, we got triple stream for those that don't have TikTok. That's amazing. Awesome. That's so crazy how you can do that. I need to learn your tricks. I have a page on YT for Vlad, but like I don't really know how to use YT, so occasionally I like reshare a video on there, but could definitely use more what's the word I'm looking for? To utilize it better. If anyone wants to take over the YT page for Vlad, I would love to get assistance because YT is so confusing. I thought TikTok was confusing.
When you
Yeah.
start out on YouTube and you come over to TikTok and try to figure it out, trust me. It's
Yeah.
completely the opposite.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you get to know one platform and then you have to try it. Occasionally something happens and they shut your app down for like 12 hours and you have to try and figure out what you're going to do and it gets a little spooky. Like I barely know TikTok.
I broke YouTube today. I put out like over 40 videos and God knows how many community posts, and it got to a point to where they said, "Okay, enough. You cannot post again for 24 hours."
Oh no!
I've never had that happen to me before.
Oh my gosh! No.
That sounds like something that would happen here. If people like too many of our videos, it gets reported. Yeah.
So touchy.
Never heard of that on YT though.
So touchy.
You must have put a lot of videos out.
So touchy.
I had taken almost a week off because I got sick with that coronavirus stuff.
That's Bethany knows all about that.
Yep.
And so I was playing catch up, and so I just went through the Aware Foundation's page, and then I went through Voice for the Missing's page, and I was doing little shorts on every single flyer I came across. Finally, they were like, "Okay, you're cut off."
Oh no. Oh, I've had that kind of happen a little bit on the FB page, like when like the sheriff's office posts Vlad's flyer, thank you or whatnot, the FB group. But then after you do that so many times, they're like, all right, you're spamming.
Yeah. Facebook is notorious for putting advocates in jail for spamming when all we're doing is sharing missing flyers out. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been in Facebook jail.
I don't think Facebook realizes there are thousands of people in America missing. Like, if they knew the thousands and thousands of people that were missing, I don't know, would they maybe let us post more? It's just,
well, what's sad? What is sad is when I go to research some of these missing persons cases that I'm trying to do in-depth videos on, I'll be scrolling through the posts and stuff that show up when I do a search, and you don't know how much porn shows up on there.
We can't say that on here.
I'm sorry.
TikTok chat.
How much corn shows up?
There you
on
go.
there.
Yeah.
And that's allowed, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's so it's
Be
the
careful,
same
that could
over
get,
here too. It's like,
that could
what
just live a
did I just
violation.
watch? Thank you so much, Dee, for hanging out with us. It was great to have you over here. We appreciate you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you for being here.
I won't monetize my YouTube channel because I won't filter myself. I call whatever it is what it is.
I'm so used to filtering myself that I talk like this, like to my family and friends sometimes, or like I also volunteer at an animal rescue, and I'll say like, "Oh, so and so unalived and went over the Rainbow Bridge," and people will be like, "Why are you saying unalived?" Like,
well, like I could have monetized my channel ages ago if I really wanted to, but if I monetized it, I would be demonetized within 5 minutes because I have no filter on me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. You use it a lot. Yeah, see? Yeah. People think I'm special. I am special, but not because of that. But yeah, I had a couple ask about a specific cat, and literally last week said, "Oh, I'm sorry, he unalived last week or last month," and they're like, "What?" He was old. I don't know. My volunteering has crossed over. We're now affecting each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all the things we have to say to be on this lovely app.
Walking on eggshells.
Don't do that.
Sorry, it's contagious.
Hey, it is.
I got you going.
Well, I was going to pull up some of the flyers that I have done, but I guess my Wi-Fi doesn't want to cooperate.
Oh no.
If it starts to cooperate, feel free.
Welcome in, Ladybug.
Welcome. For those that are tuning in, we are advocating for my brother, Brian Bladdock Castle. He is missing out of Orlando, Florida. Missing since November of 2021. No fighting since that time. Just trying to keep his face out there as much as possible in hopes that someone will remember him and come forward with a tip or a lead. Very grateful for each of you guys taking your time out of your night to learn about Vlad's story or be here in support of me and my family. It means a lot.
It does. We're just so appreciative of everyone, even the guys in the boxes. You guys, if you say something or you don't, you guys are bringing more people in that we would not otherwise reach. If anyone else wants to help us out, make sure you're giving us a follow. We're always looking for new members of Team Vladic. And are you laughing at me?
I yawned, so I went off screen.
Oh. Like, oh, what'd I say?
No.
Yeah, and if you guys know people that are in the true crime community and would like to cover Vladic's story, send them our direction as well. They can always message Bethany here on the page. Bethany's done quite a few podcasts and interviews, especially in the last year. She's been a really busy girl. So if you know anyone that's interested in those things, let them know, and we'd love to work with them. And we do have a document with the timeline. It's in the LINK of our BIO. And yeah, let us know. We'd love to do that. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Doodlebug. Appreciate you. Thank you, Peggy. This is the LINK TREE So if you have that platform, you just search Find Vlada Castle, and this will have everything on there. The podcasts, news articles, detailed timeline, all of it. Thank you, ArcticFox. So cool.
Holy cow.
So cool.
That's a big one.
Mind of Monsters. Bethany, this is Warrior that advocates. Oh, wait. This is Jude advocates for her son from the YT. Timmy's legacy. Timmy was my son. Barbara. Paul. I don't know if I read that right. Thank you so much for being here. Timmy's legacy. I'm so sorry for your loss as well.
I don't think that most Americans think about the thousands of people that are missing just in America alone. And really, once the police have done their job, about generously, I give them about 6 months, and then the case is still open, but they're not really doing much with it. They're waiting for tips to come in, and that's where it comes down to family and loved ones of the missing person. And Bethany has been doing this for 3+ years now. And she puts her heart and soul and pocketbook into all of this. So any donations, any gifts, any subscriptions, I'll go back into the page and the live stream. We promoted tonight and we used money from gifting. So we appreciate that a lot.
And unfortunately, oftentimes, these families don't even get the help from law enforcement, and that's the sad thing. And then, when they do get it, you're right, the cases go cold. People are no longer focusing on them. And it's sad because a lot of these cases, even when they're active new cases, don't get any media attention. Something I talk about all the time on my channel, minorities and stuff, they really don't get the attention that they deserve. And if a person looks a certain way, they got tattoos, or if they've got a past criminal history, law enforcement just writes them off and often doesn't even try to look for them, unfortunately.
And really, I have done quite a few advocating, and they were all men. And when we are doing live, so many times people will say, well, he's a grown man, leave him alone, let him do what he wants to do. And that would be fine if Vladik were not someone who called his family every single day, not have talked to his family in over 3 years. It is not, it's unfortunate, but the society we live in today kind of is like, well, don't bother him, he's a man. So I really feel like, especially with men, and you're right, minorities, it's less looked at, and that's something that we need to bring to light, and people like you and all the other advocates in this room keep doing, and we're just very grateful for you.
Yeah,
well, and I always say that law enforcement needs to listen to the families because they know their loved ones better than anyone does. Yeah. Certainly better than some law enforcement officer that's never met the person before.
Yeah. There's so much that needs to change in the missing persons community. Like, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch the Petitos documentary for Gabby. They did such a beautiful job sharing Gabby's story on Netflix, and like hearing from the officers say to them, like, she's a grown adult. I wouldn't even have made a case or started a missing persons report, and they hadn't heard from her. Like, that is the most frustrating thing that you to tell a family when they're telling you that their loved one is missing and not to take them seriously. Like,
have not watched that yet. I'm kind of scared to watch it, but yeah, I can't believe as a parent I have children that are adults, but like I speak to them, and if someone is acting completely out of the ordinary than they normally are, then that's a problem. And it doesn't matter if they're 55. If they're not acting how they normally act, the family, like you said, the family knows them the best. And I don't know why the police downplay
and
things.
unfortunately, it's not just adults. Like, law enforcement has a habit of having a little rubber stamp and stamping runaway on every child over the age of 10 that goes missing. And Memphis, Tennessee in particular is real bad. Go look at the flyers that their department puts out for missing children. Every single one of them says left without permission and refuses to return home, like they're all runaways. And even if they did run away, who cares? Runaways, statistically speaking, are at a higher risk of being, well, I can't say it on here, and being
Paid or
sell themselves
trafficked.
to survive
Yeah.
than someone that's been abducted, in a sense, because they have to find a means to survive out on the streets.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm.
It's really unfortunate. And I know, one of the other moms that I was helping out used to talk about getting a team together to make it different. And, I hope that when she is in the right place again, that she would be able to try to help get that team up and running, because she's got oodles of knowledge about having a missing child. And I think there would be tons of people behind her to try and get like a mental health coalition, and that would work with the police departments or with the government to try and change how the police officers deal with missing people.
1,000%. In my experience, the family members of people that go missing, such as Bethany, such as Barbara Hall, who Mind of Monsters was talking about, her son Timmy Dees went missing. She was getting no coverage. Law enforcement didn't do anything to help her, and no one started covering her son's case until I started covering it over on my channel, and then I got other creators involved, and eventually, fortunately, his remains were found, but we're still fighting for justice. We know exactly what happened, who's responsible for his death, but Fredericktown, Missouri law enforcement isn't doing anything to help this poor woman. So,
yeah, that's unthinkable. It's not excusable like that. Those people should be held accountable, and why our laws can let someone slip through the cracks like that, it's so sad and it's so wrong. And I just hope that the people in here and the people that we work with do someday come up with a better way. And I think it will be advocates and people who have gone through the same thing that don't want it to happen to other people.
Oh, absolutely. That's how I came to this community. When I was 14 years old, my best friend was abducted. He was unfortunately SA'd and unalived. His body was found in a lake. He got no coverage until he was found, and the brutal details of everything that happened to him came out. And so I saw the coverage that cases like Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers and Gabby Petito's case was getting, and yet all these other missing kids were getting no coverage at all. I was like, you know what? I remember exactly what this was like when Mark went missing. I'm going to start a channel, and I'm going to make sure every missing kid gets the same type of coverage as the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did get it working. I just need a few pictures to put in the pictures. So I'll give you my email and I'll get them in.
Awesome. If you want to send me an email, let me see if I can write in the comments here to comment.
I don't think you can put your email address in the comments, honey.
I'm going to put my full. I'll give
Okie
you.
dokie.
Just don't put the at and everything.
Too late.
Well,
that should be fine.
It's that and then
Oh, okay.
the G.
Yeah.
You got it. Perfect. And I'll send those pictures over. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Carmen. That's very, very nice of you. We
Yep.
appreciate you.
And I made sure to do the classic nice and green color.
Thank you. That's his favorite color.
Vladik likes his bright green.
Yes. Then change this back here. Effects. Okay. Get rid of this. Okay. Doodlebug asked what we as a community can do to help. You guys tuning in with your support on Tuesdays, that encourages me so much. And then, you know, it seems like such a simple thing, but honestly, resharing a post, resharing a flyer, even once, even twice, it seems like nothing, but that's going to be everything for his case. I wholeheartedly believe that's how I'm going to get his face out there far enough to reach someone that remembers him. So if you can take a moment, even, you know, like the way does Missing Poster Mondays and reshares flyers on Mondays. If you can find a day out of the week to just reshare his flyer on all platforms so your friend group can see it. And maybe they take a moment and reshare his flyer to their friend group. And like, this world we live in is so incredibly small. So incredibly small. We get examples after examples of how small this world is, and it really just takes one friend of a friend of a friend that sat next to him at a coffee shop and remembers him, and will call the number and share about the encounter. And maybe tomorrow I hug my brother. It's as simple as that. I need you. I need each of you. So thank you.
And you can also come on and like and comment and share any of our videos. Go onto our page. Try not to do more than 3 videos at a time because TikTok is sensitive. We are always looking for people willing to pass out flyers. If you look in the LANK in our BIO, there is a, what's it called? Magical button that has the picture of the flyer.
LINKTRE.
No, what's the file called? Well, anyways, there's a way to
Google
print
slide.
out the
PDF?
yes, PDF. There we go. I can only know so many acronyms, guys.
Letters.
Flyers and leave them in any bus stop, coffee shop, library, the YMCA. Not where with information about Vladik's missing case. And so we think that he is somewhere else in America. So even if you live in Idaho, you still are useful to us, and passing out a flyer or posting a flyer on a bus stop would be helpful for us. Anything you can do monetarily here on the channel, you can gift us, you can subscribe to us. Those all go right back into promoting our lives, and anything Bethany would need to do with the case, the money stays right here. If you know anyone that does true crime and would consider having Bethany on for their podcast, Let us know. We have done so much with a bunch of different podcasts. They've helped us so much. Bethany's been super busy doing podcasts. But we will not tire of telling the story. We will tell the story over and over again to whoever will listen. So if you know someone who does a true crime podcast, let us know. We are also really looking for the people in Orlando around the time that he went missing in November of 2021. Maybe they saw him, maybe they had an encounter with him. We don't think he's in Orlando, but during that time, if you lived in Orlando or know someone who lived in Orlando, you could tell us the next steps that Vladik took after the last person says they saw him, because we don't really know what happened after that. We, like Bethany has said, we've had no leads, no tips that have led us to where Vladik would have gone after that point. So it would be helpful for us to hear from people who knew Vladik at that time, and or maybe knew where he was during the 6th of November. So that is really why we come on here, is to find the person in the middle of nowhere who might know Vladik, or find the person that lives next door to Bethany that may have known him at that time. And those things are all super helpful, and a lot of them take very little money, and we appreciate your time. We appreciate you listening to us right now. It takes a huge village of people to find one missing person. And the more people we get to watch our lives, the more people we get to join our video or watch our videos and share them, it just is one more person closer to finding Vladik, and we appreciate you all. Please make sure you are giving us a follow, and go to our BIO and follow us on every other platform. Here's a beautiful t-shirt that Bethany has had made for Vladik. If you want a t-shirt, let Bethany know. My kid wears one every once in a while. He wants to wear it to school. They're like, who is this guy?
Aw.
So even kids in I almost said where I lived in Wisconsin are talking about Vladik, and you know that's all we can do. I am in a small town far away from Orlando, and this is what we can do to help Bethany out. And her family and her, they appreciate it so much. So we thank all of you who are listening, and everyone on the panel. We appreciate you. Everyone on the YT and wherever else we're streaming right now. I don't exactly know how that works, but thank you so much. We appreciate you. I love the t-shirt.
If you would like a t-shirt, just send me an email. The email address is
Still in there somewhere.
somewhere.
I do want to tell you, Bethany, I think it will bring a little happiness to you. I was talking to someone on this app called We Play. It's a whole bunch of games, and where you get to like go into voice rooms. And I was telling them, because Rosie was talking to me about the live, and I said, yeah, I'll go in. So I was in the room, and I said, hey, I'm going to leave. I'm going to this missing persons live. And they go, oh, who's missing? And I go, it's this person named Brian Vladik Sassel. And they're like, oh, I think I've heard of that person. And I'm like, well, that's very good. And I said, how did you hear about it? And they said, I think I was scrolling through TikTok and saw a repost or something. And I'm like,
Yep.
well, that's just perfect.
That's
Yep.
amazing. That's amazing.
So
And
the
then
word is getting out
the
there.
word is getting out. And that's what it's all about. It just takes resharing to get more eyes on his case. And eventually we'll reach someone that remembers him. And then Peggy, the email address is that with the @ symbol and the G. I don't want to get in trouble on TikTok.
Someone's got it. Someone's written it in the chat. Don't worry.
Okay, that works. I don't know TikTok's rules, man.
Neither do we. Don't worry. They're always changing it.
Yes.
Well, I have a prior commitment coming very, very soon. So I may need to, actually, not may, I need to leave soon.
No worries. Yeah, it's a pretty good time to call it a night here.
Okay.
As well.
Well, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you. And everyone who took a box, thank you.
Thank you all for joining in and being here for support. It means the world to me and my family. And then feel free to send me an email as well if you guys have any ideas, or if you would like a shirt or flyers or anything, we can get that sent out to you. Thank you, Arctic, for being here. Appreciate your ideas as well.
I will definitely have the flyers done by next Tuesday.
No worries. No rush at all. And thank you, Mind of Monsters, for streaming on YT. I really appreciate that. I hope everyone has
All right, guys. Do you have any questions? I know Taylor did.
Thank you,
Taylor.
Doodle.
Oh, you're welcome. Taylor, are you still here? She had some questions because she's not familiar. So I was going to go ahead and play a couple of news clips to kind of fill her in, but I don't even know if she's still in here.
I don't know. Phil had questions. Taylor had questions.
Oh, okay, good. Then we can play a couple of those news clips and fill them in. And if that doesn't do it, then we'll go to your timeline and we'll read it off. Sound good to you? Or you got? Okay. I didn't know if you had like after this, you were in a hurry.
No, I'm not in a hurry. I appreciate you doing this, Doodle, and we're learning. Apparently, I can't be on my phone in a box and on my computer in a box. I learned that tonight.
Yeah, I didn't
my
know
phone
that
started yelling at me, and my computer's like, "Nope, we're kicking you off." I'm like, "Oh God, what the hell? Don't do that!"
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, dude.
Dang it.
Thank you, Arctic. You did amazing. Thank you so much for going up and taking a box. Great ideas. Oh my goodness. You guys are rock stars. Like, I'm literally sitting over here teared up seeing all of our people pop in over there and showing love. And I mean, Doodle doing this for us tonight. The more people that see Vladic's face, maybe we can bring him home. And Phil, just real quick before Doodle starts playing this, Brian Vladic Castle is originally from the Ukraine, and Bethany's family adopted him and Irina and brought him over here when they were very young.
Shining a spotlight on missing people here in Central Florida. We have an in-depth look at these cases throughout the month. Fox 35's Daniel Lama looks into one case tonight with very few clues.
Vladic Hassel disappeared in November of 2021. His family says he was last seen at their apartment complex near UCF. His dad went out of town, and when he returned, he says all of Vladic's belongings and his cell phone were in his room, but he was missing. Taped to Steve Hassel's front door.
I just want to see his face again.
A message for anyone who passes by. His son Vladic is missing. Steve left Orlando for a trip to Tennessee on November 5th. When he returned home 10 days later, Vladic wasn't there.
My biggest fear is that something happened, wrong place, wrong time, some kind of foul play.
His family says 23-year-old Vladic is tough to miss or forget.
He doesn't like attention, but he's a friendly and kind person, and I think that stands out to people.
Adopted from Russia at age 5, Vladic grew up in Central Florida. After graduating from high school, he completed Marine basic training. He was honorably discharged in 2018. Lately, he's been living with his dad near UCF.
I gave him some money for groceries, and he had a credit card with a little bit on it so he could survive.
His family and Orange County investigators are trying to piece together Vladic's movements when his dad went on that trip to Tennessee. Family members say Vladik liked to hang out on University Boulevard and go to a lot of the restaurants over here. Deputies say that he used his card at this Foxtail Coffee on November 5th.
He had unread text messages from November 6th forward that he just hadn't used his phone since November 6th.
Vladik's sister Jody says the timeline gets a bit confusing after that, but they believe Vladik was spotted at their apartment complex basketball court on November 12th. They say deputies searched these woods because Vladik liked to hang out in them. The family says Vladik struggled with depression and talked about going off the grid. 3 months later, alarm bells are ringing in their heads and their hearts.
If he could have possibly told me he was okay, he would have. He would have reassured me. But he hasn't.
Orange County deputies say they're still trying to find Vladik. His case is open and active.
It's like he vanished. And someday we'll know what happened. I hope it's sooner rather than later.
Vladik's dad and sister hope someone sees his photo, hears the story, and gives them answers. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Orange County Sheriff's Office. You can find this story on our website, fox35orlando.com. Share it on your Facebook page to help get the word out. In Orlando, Danielle Lama, Fox 35 News.
Oh, I thought Doodle done left me up here by
A
myself.
little bit, but nah, I'm here. I think that one shows the dad and the emotion, and he just breaks my heart. Oh my God, God love him. This family's been through so much.
And they're amazing, and they're just
You
a
can
great
feel it.
team.
Yeah, and you can feel it. You can feel their pain. It's just wow. I mean, they're so strong. And the
Bethany's on my
love,
side,
you can see it. Oh, hi, Bethany.
and she
But
says,
but you
"Thank
can
you
just feel
guys
the
so
love.
much."
You know, you can. Oh, you're welcome. Anything we can do to help. I mean, if there's more that we can do, I'll do it. You just have to let me know.
Yep, just keeping his name out there and his face out there and sharing his flyers. And, as I've told many of you guys, I've got a list right now. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 6 people I need to send some more flyers out to. Anybody that's willing to hang flyers, if you don't have capabilities to print them, I will get them to you.
Awesome, Mom.
Can you see the comments on my side, Doodle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can. Oh, hi, Bethany. I mean, just to see you guys together and fighting this hard. I mean, there's so many families that would love to be as close as this family, and it's just amazing to watch all of you fight this hard. Really.
It said it takes a village to raise a child. We're stronger together.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it just takes that one tip. No tip's too small. It just takes that one tip, that one person that jogs something in their memory.
Yep, I agree. Definitely. Well, guys, if you will, we lost a fellow YouTuber, Golf Inspector. So I would like to just take, if nothing else, just like 5 seconds of silence for her. And I know that most of us will always remember her voice because um, she has like a very neat little voice that no one else has. So in the next 5 seconds, I just ask that chat stays still and that we just sit for 5 seconds. And if you know her, then you know her voice, and just to think about her. Because if nothing else, she deserves that. Okay, and we'll start now. All right, guys. Well, I'm sure she's resting in peace and her pain is over, and I'm happy for her that route, but she's definitely going to be missed for sure.
She will.
Right, Mom?
She was such she was such a light to be on panel too, and like always brought like the good critical thinking, and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and it's always so hard when we lose a fellow YouTuber. It's crushing, and that's why the Arctic, you know, if you watch his videos, at the end of his videos, he always says, "Be kind to one another." And I think that's such an important message,
It
is
is.
to be kind to one another. Tomorrow's not promised.
Nope.
And you know, this isn't the first time that we've lost somebody that we knew, that you've communicated with, you've been on panels with. You know, me and Arctic lost a very close friend, and it crushed me. I took
Yeah.
6 months off YouTube. Like I couldn't
Yep.
even log into the app at all whatsoever.
Because you
So I mean,
constantly
it's
think of them. You know, you expect them to be there,
absolutely.
and you know when they're not going to be there. It's just going to hit like a train, really. And you don't have to be close to them. I'm not, you know, I didn't, not at any point was I ever close to Golf Inspector, but I respected her and I respected her opinions, and she was a good person. She really was. She'll be
hmm
missed for sure. Well, Mom, do you have any more to add or anything else we should play?
No, just, you know, I figure next week what we'll do is we can do another stream,
Yeah.
like a missing, you know, which Doodle has her missing streams generally in the evenings. I figure we could do another missing stream, and you know, maybe people that have questions or don't know Vladic's story. I'm trying to get in the habit of going live at 8:30 every night. That way I'm kind of bouncing around everybody. You do yours earlier in the evening, so I can kind of run into
Mine
the
is in
end
the
of
morning. Mine's
yours.
9 in the morning.
Oh, you're
So
doing
I don't,
yours in the mornings? I know when you do your interviews, you usually do them in the evenings.
yeah, when I do like an interview with a family, it'll be in the evening just because usually their family has to work and that's the only time they have.
Right.
But my missing in the morning will just be at 9 a.m. because I'm an early bird with that, so I'm not stepping on anybody's toes.
Yep, like Arctic said, she was his co-host. Her name was Checking. When she
Aw.
passed, he almost deleted his channel, and I came damn close to it myself.
Oh, see, and that's it. We get so close to each other because at some point, you know, we do rely on each other just as if we've known each other all of our life. It's just, you know, we're going to have disagreements. We're not always going to agree, but we don't give up either.
Well, that's what siblings do.
Yeah, true. True. Well, I don't know. I'm an only child, so y'all have to fill me in. When I turn into a spoiled brat, be like, "Hey, only child, no, stop it."
You're not an only child anymore. You got a whole group of siblings now.
That's awesome. It is, and you know how many people out there are like me and don't have family living. Some of us have outlived the family that we have, so you
hmm
guys are our family, and I look forward to getting on here every day because I actually have people I can talk to that care, and I know they care. And I
Yep.
can't be alone at that because I know there's several people out there that don't have that family.
Hey, you guys mean the world to me.
And same with me. It's like it's hard. Like you see them, like when you see you guys hurt, any of you, we all feel it. I mean, for one person to hurt, we all hurt for you. It's a good community. Once you can weed out the bad ones, which isn't hard because usually only takes a couple months, we figure it out. Then you know,
Hardick and
then
Kimber said we're stuck with them. There's no
oh
getting rid of the
Lord,
two of them.
man, Fox has already got me turning into Medea. I mean, damn. I blame him, even though
I
I've
love
been
him.
Medea before. I do too. Oh, it's funny. Well, all right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Mom, are you going live on your side with anything, or is this your only live?
Probably not tonight.
Okay.
I appreciate you doing this and doing the
Yeah, no
triple
problem.
restream thing. I'm not sure what to call it. The
I don't know.
triple
I don't know
stream.
either. Yep. Yeah. And we'll
But
do this
I
on
will be
Tuesday.
live tomorrow night. Doodle will
Okay.
be live in the morning at
Yep.
10
9
Central Standard
Central.
Time.
Yep. 9
9 Central.
Central.
See, it comes up as
Yep.
10 on mine. I'd have had y'all an hour late. Don't listen to me. Doodle will be live at 9 Central
9
Time, 10
Central.
my time, Eastern. And just thank you guys all for being here and being a support. And big shout out to everybody that went over to the Ticks of Talks and supported Bethany and hit that screen with those love hearts. And thank you, Arctic, for going up on panel. guys know this is a case that's very, very, very close to me, and I'm, like Bethany said, I'm the local advocate. They've become my family, and just share. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If it's something I personally don't know, I'll reach out to Bethany and I will get you an answer. The link tree's pinned to the top of my chat. Definitely bookmark that. There's a lot of good information. There's footage of Vladik. There's printable, downloadable flyers. All the social media that she's on to advocate for Vladik can all be found in the link tree as well. And with Arctic, I'm definitely going to talk to my father-in-law and see if we can't muster up a car show, because we are right here in Orlando and got connections. Might as well see if I can't put some puzzle pieces together. That was an amazing idea. And Bethany says, appreciate you all. Have a beautiful night, guys, with a green heart and prayers. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, if you will, please fill that chat with green hearts while Doodle plays her amazing outro.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Does anyone understand? Does anyone lend a hand? When the silence starts to bite, will you join me in this fight? Can you see them in your dreams? Can you hear their desperate screams? A heartbeat lost in the night. Oh, will you help me be their voice? In the darkness, let's rejoice, 'cause together we can shine.